Incompetence! Because of your carelessness, you've armed half the insurgents from here to Giza! These so-called freedom fighters now have the finest weaponry the British Army has to offer. Because of you! If, in your tour of duty in this godforsaken country, I find even one more pistol missing, I will personally come down to this armory and shoot every bloody last one of you! Am I clear? Now, my informants have discovered the source of the explosives that destroyed the train carrying our brave British soldiers. It could be none other than the Blue Sahara. I want this place shut down immediately and the proprietor put in front of my desk within the hour. Do you want to understand me? Very well. Dismissed.
Egypt, 1929. Twins were born to a man of royal blood.
My name is Faris.
I'm Khaled, the good-looking one.
On the surface, they may seem alike, but inside they're opposite.
Khalid dreamed of being a soldier.
While Faris avoided responsibility.
Nothing was worth doing unless it was fun. Now when it came to the British, my father and Khalid shared the same feelings.
My brother always thought he had better things to do.
Khalid's political passion had only grown. He was obsessed with getting the British out of Egypt.
You must come and march in the protest, brother.
Get arrested? It would ruin my day.
The British are taking everything from us. Do you even remember what it means to be an Egyptian? Where is your sense of pride, brother?
My going won't make a difference. The last thing I want to do is get involved.
Is it not amazing how one small moment in time can change your entire life? Especially when it comes to beautiful women. Faris sits in a hotel lounge by himself. He notices two soldiers take a table nearby.
May I sit?
No. I mean, yes. No, I don't mind.
This wine comes from southern Italy, near where I was born.
And what brought you to Egypt?
Empty promises. Could we have dinner tonight? Say 7 o'clock?
At the Citadel, Colonel Hadley and Major Aziz, the new head of Cairo's prison, exchange pleasantries of their own.
Major Aziz, what have you brought me?
I have an informant.
Your informant's motivation?
Money. Always money.
Find out where they meet.
Once they're arrested, what are my limits?
You're the warden of the prison. You set the limits.
Later that night, at exactly 7, Faris knocks. Claudia answers in her bathrobe.
Forgive me, I'm running late. I won't be long.
Faris is hypnotized as he watches her movements. She turns and moves toward Faris, smiles seductively, her eyes never leaving his. She encircles his neck with her arms. Her bathrobe drops to the floor. She wears nothing underneath. They stayed in that room for 3 days. It's mid-morning as Claudia and Faris walk along the rows of shops that line both sides of a street.
Would you ever be interested in opening up a shop of your own?
Not on a tourist guide salary.
But your father is a pasha, a man of royalty. Surely he would help his own son secure his future.
My father and I are distant. I have an idea for a new business. I came to ask our father for a loan.
Since when have you been interested in work?
I now live in a different world.
I too. I've decided to enroll in the military academy.
Your obsession is about to become a career. Where is father?
Hey, forget the business. Take the money he gives you, buy guns, and then sell them to the rebels. You can make a huge profit. Think of it. This will be good for you and good for Egypt.
Also illegal.
So are the British. Let them go run their own country and stay out of ours. How can we be brothers yet be so different?
You know, Omar Khayyam once wrote, life's greatest pleasure should be the relationship between a father and his son.
So, how much do you want now?
Father, please hear me out. I have a wonderful opportunity, but it must be taken advantage of immediately.
And what, pray tell, is this glorious notion?
Think about it, Father. What Cairo is really missing is an elegant supper club. Music, dancing, fine dining. And, of course, prices to match. 40,000 pounds.
You can't be serious!
Trust me, the timing could not be more perfect. I must do this before somebody else does.
My goodness, you want money? She wants money. Everybody wants money from me.
Father, I know this will be successful. It will be my future.
No. It will be our future.
I fear that woman is a bounty hunter.
Father is an adult.
Did he give you the loan?
Better yet, we are now in business together.
So, brother, what shall you call this business venture?
I was thinking of calling it the Blue Sahara.
Later that evening, at the Mirwan mansion, Faris watches Khaled pack for the academy. Khaled's transport arrives. The driver stands next to the car. There was something about this classmate that even at his age commanded respect. In the future, he was to have as much effect on the well-being of Egypt as anyone in her history. His name, Anwar el-Sadat.
Do all your classmates think as you?
Some even more passionately.
I worry about you, brother. I hear news of bombings, of British trucks being sabotaged. If those responsible are ever caught, it would mean the gallows.
I do what I do for Egypt. I wish you shared the same responsibility.
The sun hangs low in the sky when Faris's car drives through the city of Giza. It turns up a gravel road. Faris stops in a deserted area. He and Claudia stand at the base of the Great Pyramid of Khufu.
Why have you never asked me about my past?
History bores me.
But don't you want
My father gave this ring to my mother, the woman he would love forever. Now I am doing the same.
Faris, I have to tell you. You have to know.
But you don't have to.
No, please. I grew up in total squalor. My father wouldn't work, and I saw my mother, a once beautiful woman, deteriorate daily. And I vowed that I was never going to end up like her. And that somehow, someday, I had to be wealthy and respected. I'm not sure how old I was when men began to look at me. But I soon realized that those looks could be my ticket out of poverty.
Please, you don't have to.
Please. I soon found out that a pretty girl could have anything that she wanted. But nothing was without a price. I went to fine restaurants and met influential people. I attended the best parties. It was at one of those posh get-togethers that I met Karim.
Oh, the one with the empty promises.
I was not impressed by the fact that he was a famous archaeologist. I had no idea what a pasha was, but when the host said that he was filthy rich, oh, it was love at first sight. Faris, I have lived more in my 19 years than some people do in an entire lifetime. I truly wish that I was worthy of this.
What a boring place this world would be if it was filled with perfect people.
As usual, you keep me waiting.
Business discussions can be lengthy.
I find your attitude insulting.
Soraya, you desire a relationship which I do not wish to give. And your constant badgering only serves to magnify our differences.
You will not turn your back on me, Pasha. I will not allow it.
We have this discussion again and again. I grow tired of it!
Nobody brushes Soraya aside. Nobody.
May I join you?
In the office of the Blue Sahara, Omar counts money. Faris enters. He gives Faris a huge stack of pound notes.
Drop by the bank in the morning.
It has been a good week.
It's 2 a.m. when Faris enters his room at the Ramses Hotel. Claudia sleeps as he puts the satchel of money on the table. It's now mid-morning and the sun is up when Claudia arises. She makes coffee when she sees the bag. Her eyes grow wide when she looks at the contents. She looks at Faris, who still sleeps. The next time we see her, she's weaving her way through the crush of multicultural people as they bustle their way to and from the passenger cars at the Cairo train station. She reaches into the satchel and purchases a ticket.
Alexandria, one way.
Back at the hotel room, Faris awakens slowly. He sits at the table, realizes the satchel's missing. There's a knock at the door. It's Omar, his father.
She's gone. She left me. I must somehow find her.
My son. If she is the one to have left, then she must be the one to return. There is no other way. Come back to work. I need you.
Once again, my father had been right. A fact that occurred more often the older I got.
A British Army supply caravan rolls slowly along a deserted road. Khalid throws a grenade at the lead truck. The explosion blows the top off the cab, catapulting the truck on its side. Khalid throws a second grenade at the next truck, which bursts into flames. British soldiers fire at Khalid, who now runs for his life. A lorry pulls through the gate. Aziz is a passenger. Inside are numerous wooden containers which are transported into Colonel Hadley's huge walk-in safe. Aziz opens one of the small boxes containing the solid gold death mask of a long-dead pharaoh.
Everything is in order, I trust.
Of course, as you requested.
The burial mask.
The entirety.
My friend, we're looking at a bloody fortune.
Its value has been appreciating for over 4,000 years. Quite a collection, yes?
I'm quite fond of Egyptian antiquities. I love everything that's Egypt. Except, of course, the Egyptians. I'll take it all.
As Faris unlocks his car in the parking lot, he hears a familiar voice behind him.
Faris.
Have you returned from war?
My God, what have I done? I've thrown away the only thing in my life that was perfect. What can I do? I returned and now I have nothing. Somehow he must forgive me or my life is over. I will do anything.
I knew I hopelessly loved her and always would. But how could I trust this woman who had betrayed me?
Faris had learned the recipe for true love. The first ingredient is forgiveness. Khalid was becoming increasingly obsessed with the expulsion of the British. To make matters worse, he found Colonel Hadley had been stealing priceless Egyptian artifacts. Faris was becoming increasingly concerned his brother may do something rash.
I'm at a crossroads, brother. Hadley has cracked down on the rebels. 2 more are dead and 3 in jail. They know our exact times and locations.
What are you saying?
There must be an informant.
But who?
Now, before you get angry, my good brother, hear me out.
You think it's Claudia, don't you?
She betrays you once and then returns, and at the same time 2 more of my men are dead. She's bad news, brother. She has betrayed you twice, but I am still your brother. Join me. Join the revolution.
At police headquarters, Soraya enters Aziz's office.
The call was unexpected.
I will not allow you to ignore this insult.
There are limits.
Limits? There are 2 of us and 1 of him. And I'm sure that any forbidden arts can be altered behind prison walls.
I want more than stolen moments on deserted roads.
First, we settle the Mirwan matter.
What can I do?
Exactly what I say. First, tell Khaled you can give him all the explosive he wants. Then tell Colonel Hadley that you're about to take into custody the men who can supply the name of every insurrectionist in Cairo. Tell him to be at this address at 11 tonight. After they're all caught, let them escape.
Escape?
Trust me.
Could Khaled be right? Has Claudia betrayed me twice? I'm such a fool.
The British must leave.
Have I forgotten all that goes on around me?
The British must leave.
Have I forgotten what it means to be an Egyptian?
The British must leave!
I am of royal blood, and I have a responsibility to lead my countrymen against our repressive landlords. The British must leave. But do I join the revolution? What should I do?